Welcome everybody joining live. Amazing, well done. Welcome to everybody watching on the recording. Let's just take a couple of breaths, breathing in through the nose and a longer exhale out through the mouth. Two more, breathing in and breathing out. This time breathing in, draw the shoulders up, let it go. Well done indeed. We're going to go straight into a squat today. Oh yes. Turning the feet slightly outwards, nice and gentle to start, just checking in. How are we feeling when we sit into a squat? And the key word there is sit. So it's like you're sitting in a chair. So easy to overthink squats. If you tend to overthink in life, like myself, grab a chair and just touch your bottom to the chair and then come back up. So if a chair is there, we seem to know, okay, this is how I sit in a chair. But once the chair is not there, we can be like, hold on, what am I supposed to do? So you're trying to send the hips back. So this time, this is kind of more of a back squat. So your knees are just above the ankles, rather than this kind of squat where your knees are traveling forward. So you're sending the hips back. 3 more. 2, 1, and then we're gonna go squat, twist, squat, twist, and pivoting on each foot as you go. Squat and twist. I'm tired already. Squat and twist. Squat. And remember, if your knees aren't happy, you can do a mini squat. Make it work. 3 more. 2, 1, and shake it off. That's it. Helicopter. Create some breeze. Create a little bit of air in the room. For 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to roll it down. So remember, before we roll down, think about your posture. So don't be starting here, softening chin. And this time I want you to think about keeping pelvis upright and just rolling down as much as you can through the upper body and then coming back up. So it's a tiny movement, keeping the pelvis upright, just coming up and down. And then this time we're going to go all the way down. So keeping the pelvis upright until you can't anymore. And then rolling all the way down, tipping the pelvis up towards the floor. That's it. Well done. Tailbone up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. And then rolling slowly back up. Beautiful job, everybody. Bring those hands to me up and overhead. And then we're going to play with a little arch and hollow of the spine. So I want you to just open and close. So you're thinking of hugging a tree and then opening out, drawing your shoulder blades together. That's it. And you want to exhale here, inhale to open, exhale, close, inhale to open for 3, and 2, and 1. Well done. And we're going to go back to our squats. We're going to sit down, and this time draw around the world. So a little bit for those hips. Now again, you can just stand and do that. You can hold on. Beautiful job. For 3, and 2, and 1. Well done. And we're going to sink down a little bit and just go side to side. So we are working legs today. So we're just warming everything up. Just getting used to the knees, used to the fact that they're going to work a little bit. 3, 2, 1, and then walking your feet, and we're going to do tiny knee circles. So if you don't have happy knees, be very gentle with these. Going to stand with your feet facing forward, draw the knees towards each other, tiny movement. Out and up, in, out and up. If that feels too much or unsafe for you, don't do it. Go back to those little side to side. That's it. We're just getting those knees used to moving in different directions so that we feel a little bit safer when we come to do our squats and our lunges. Don't stop the recording if you just heard squats and lunges. 3, 2, last time. Well done. And then we're just going to do some leg swings. So I want you to hold on. Soften the knee of your left leg and just swing that right leg. So the key here is to kind of just let the leg go. What's really nice, give yourself more space, is to step up on a block. Make sure you're holding on. And then you've got a bit more room for that leg. That's it, so you're not whacking into the floor. That's it. 3, 2, 1, and then going on to the other side. That's it. And again, don't be afraid to hold on, especially at the beginning of a workout when we might feel a little bit unstable. 3, 2, 1. Amazing job. And just popping that out of the way, we are going to get started. Let's do one more roll down before we get started. So softening chin, relaxing the body, softening through the back of the neck, through the jaw, through the forehead. See if you're still gripping in the shoulders. If you can just relax them a little bit more, and then slowly roll it back up. And bring those hands to meet up and overhead. Yay, well done. Okay, first exercise of the day, we have got a deadlift to a squat. Now I'm going to show you with a cup of water the difference. So I often do this one. A deadlift, I'm going to spill the water, which I just have. A squat, I'm not. The deadlift is about sending the hips back. It's not about sinking the hips down. The squat is about sinking the hips down. So you're in both cases keeping the head above the bottom, but obviously these are quite different shapes. So think of the bottle of water. That's what we're looking for. If you don't have a lot of ankle mobility, you might want to pop your heels up on small blocks because that helps you come down a little bit easier in a squat. But what we're going to do is take 2 dumbbells or 2 kettlebells or 1. You're going to do a deadlift to a squat. Deadlift. If you've only got 1 kettlebell, you can do deadlift to squat like that. Excuse me. We're going to do curtsy lunge next. Taking that left leg back. And you can either hold 1 kettlebell, 2 kettlebells, 1 here, 2 dumbbells, whatever you want. If you don't want to do a curtsy, you're stepping back and then bringing the leg up. Stepping back, bringing the leg up. Should we get started? What's the first one? Deadlift. And remember deadlift? Sending the hips back. So I always like to rock slightly forward onto the ball of the foot so that I'm really pressing into the floor. Sending the hips back and then coming down into that suitcase squat. We're going in 3, 2. Let's go. So do what you can here. I'm going to use 2 8K, so equal kettlebells. You can use dumbbells, whatever feels good. Sliding the weights down your legs. You don't want to go in front of the body. And then we're doing a little suitcase squat. Now it might feel like these seem pretty similar moves. And that's what we're trying to work on because they're quite different. Sending the hips back. That's it. And then sitting down. So you're not going to be hinging so much in your squat. This is your deadlift. You might feel more of a stretch in the back of the legs with the deadlift. Sinking the hips down. Well done. Now for the curtsy, you can hold a kettlebell upside down. You can hold 2 dumbbells on each shoulder. Or like me, you can do body weight. You can also hold 1 kettlebell long in the arm, which is quite nice. I might do that actually. Are we ready? So starting by drawing that left leg behind the right leg. 3, 2, let's go. So sitting down and then coming back up. Now again, if you don't want to curtsy, tap and knee lift. Tap and knee lift. And you can do what you want with the weight and knee lift. That's a great exercise if you just can't do that curtsy, doesn't work for you. And it is, you're thinking more of a squat, so you're sinking the hips rather than leaning like that, rather than hinging. So you're sitting down as best you can, 10 seconds. Nice, really good. Tucking that foot behind, sitting down. Yes. You can do it without a weight. If you're struggling to get your form, do it without a weight. Going straight onto the other side, 3, 2, let's go. Stepping behind. This one will get you because it's one of these that you think, oh, that's okay. And then tomorrow you'll be like, oh. Really nice. And remember, if you don't want to sit down on it, step back and then draw up. And you can put the weight here so it doesn't get in your way. And that takes a lot of balance. Otherwise, you're going to sit down one side only at a time, coming down and up. Yeah, so you're really sinking down, sitting down as much as you can. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, well done. Okay, we're going back to our deadlift, to our squat. Now, if you're really struggling with this, choose one or the other, deadlift or the squat. So they're both working lower body. All right, we ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. With the deadlift, be really mindful not to bring the weights forward, keep them within the body. So you're gonna deadlift down, sliding the weight down the legs, and then sit. That's it. Exhale to draw up on that deadlift, and then exhale to press the ground away on that squat. Really good. Any back stuff? Stop. So just check in with yourself frequently. You can do all of these body weight only if they don't work for you. You're doing amazing things, well done. And relax. So if you're finding you're not getting the feedback that you'd like to from these exercises, it might be time to go up a weight. And it's not always harder. Sometimes nicer to get that feedback from the muscles. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next round. We're gonna do, now this is, I know, your favorite one, single leg deadlift to a lunge, to a single leg deadlift and back, with or without weights. Now, if you don't want to do the lunge, don't do the lunge. Just do the single leg deadlift. Remember, single leg deadlift, you're sending that leg back, slowly tipping forward. You can hold one weight and just hold on with the other hand. But really think about that line of the body. As you send that heel back to the wall behind you, you're slowly tipping forward. So find what works for you. If you can, if you've balanced fairly good today, find the floor, then press into that front leg and come back up. I like this one. I like this one. And then the second one, sumo squat to calf raise. Oh, this one will get you. Sumo squat to calf raise, and as always, you can do a mini sumo and focus on your calf raise. Are we ready? All right. 3, 2, 1. What is the first one? Single leg deadlift. Start one side only. So I'm going to start by standing on my right. Let's go. I'm going to do body weight only for the first set. I'm going to find the floor, press into the front foot, and come back up. You're really thinking front body meets back body here. If you're feeling unstable, hold on. That's it. Once you find your balance, add a weight or add 2 weights. You're going to find that single leg deadlift, find the lunge, press into that front leg and come back up. Or focus on that single leg deadlift, that nice long line of the body. You're not bending the spine, sending that leg back, tipping you forward. Well done. Straight onto the other side in 3, 2, let's go. Now you're trying to not rotate those hips. You want those hips to be nice and even. You can do what you want with your arms. You can have aeroplane arms to draw them back down, as long as you're not rounding through that upper spine. Keep that chest open as much as you can. Exhale to press into that front foot. You're going to be one side that probably feels a lot more comfortable or stable, and that's absolutely fine. And what I would say is always start on the side that feels harder and then match your reps as much as you can. So you don't want to be doing hundreds on the stronger, slightly stronger leg. Okay, are we ready? We've got 3, 2, take a break. Well done. Okay, how are we doing? We're going back. Oh no, we're not going back to anything. We're doing our sumo squat to calf raise. So here you can hold 2 kettlebells, 2 dumbbells, or 1 kettlebell. I'm going to hold 2. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice wide stance. Sitting down and up. It's a squat, and you're sitting down and up. Now there's a slight hinge. It's not a plie squat. You're still sitting back, but you're beaming your chest forward. So you're not down here. You're still, I can still read your brand name of your t-shirt if you're wearing one. That's it. Really good. Down and up, down and up. And notice, this is why Zoom can be quite good, because I can notice that my feet aren't quite even. I need to turn that one out a little bit. down. Well done. Oh, that went fast, didn't it? Place those down. Gonna go back to your single leg deadlift. Start on the side that you find the hardest. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'm gonna start on my right is actually harder, even though it's my stronger leg, because I have a big bunion. Again, too much information. Really good, pressing back up and in. So sending that leg back, that's how we start. Send the head back towards the wall and behind you. Find that length through the spine. Find the floor if you can. Press into that front foot and draw back up. Beautiful job, everybody. Looking good, Amelia. Well done, Sarah. Well done, Emily. Well done, Abby. And take a break. Take a second to set yourself up on the other side. We're going in 3, 2, let's go. So I'm gonna do this side, which I find easier, and I'm gonna try and match my reps. So I'm not gonna do more. Taking your time with this can be really nice. Sometimes it's nice to do this one just to get out of your head, because you really have to focus on the movement. Trying to keep those hips even, just coming up. And remember, you're always welcome to hold on. Or stand next to something that you know you can hold on if you need to, so that you feel safe and supported. Really good. Down and up and in. Well done. Okay, sumos. Remember, option to do these body weight only and make it your own. You can just do the, I say just, you can do the calf raise or a mini squat and calf raise. Find what works for you. 1 kettlebell, 2 kettlebells, 2 dumbbells, whatever works. Are we ready? Going in 3, 2, let's go. Okay, so nice wide stance. Down and up. Down and up. Well done. Down and up. Amazing. Down and up. Down. Ooh, that's hard work. 25 seconds left. Press the ground away. Inhale, lower, exhale, press the ground away. Amazing. 15 seconds. This one feels like a long 40 seconds. Really good. And keep those legs as wide as you need to. Can really help with those squats. 2, and well done. Place the weights down, shake it off, grab some water. We're gonna go into our swings. Now, kettlebell swings are not for everybody, and that's totally fine. If you don't have kettlebells, then they're definitely not for you. So what you can do, I'm going to show you the dumbbells, and then I'm going to show you an option just to do a glute bridge on the floor. So you can do this with your dumbbells or with body weight. So the key for a swing is, if you're starting on the floor, you are standing in a triangle shape with your feet on the kettlebell. I use a kettlebell for this. And you can prop the kettlebell up on a block. I'll do that as well. So here's your starting position. You're going to chop at the hips, find that deadlift position. Then, oh, I can't reach the handle, so I'm going to drop my hips down. I'm going to stay there. I'm going to swing with a bit of intention. Bring that kettlebell back here. So think crotch, not knees. And then I'm going to really pop my hips so that I'm coming up into a standing plank. I only hinge when that kettlebell starts to drop. So I'm hinging to catch it between the thighs. And then exhale, pop the hips to bring it back up. I'm not using my arms. I'm going to catch it between the legs. And then pop it down. If you simply can't get on with the starting position, if your weight is light, you can start standing. But please, and just get it swinging. But please be mindful of this. You're coming up to a standing plank. And you're not coming up with the arms, using those glutes. If that is not for you, I want you to come to the floor and do a glute bridge. And you can place the weight on the lap if you want to add a bit of load. So whatever option you're doing with dumbbells, you can do exactly the same. Are we ready? We're going to do 40 seconds, have 30 seconds off because these are hard, and then do another 40 seconds. So you're either doing your glute bridge or your dumbbell or kettlebell swings. Are we ready? You're going in 3, 2, take care of yourself, stop when you need to. Let's go. Okay. So, and remember that actually a slightly heavier weight can feel better, but I would always start with a lighter weight and just make sure that you've got that technique down. Or in fact, just start without weight. So you've got that hinge, your deadlift, your hands are kind of coming through, up near the crotch, and then pressing up. So I'm not going like this, pressing straight up. And remember, only when the arms start to drop do I hinge. Weight comes down, hinge. Weight comes down, hinge. Weight comes down, hinge. Well done. Amazing. And take a break. So if you were on the floor doing your glute bridge, you want to exhale to press up, inhale back down, and you want to press into the feet to come up into that glute bridge. And if you want to make it slightly more challenging for yourself, you can pulse. Okay, we're doing another set of swings. In 3, 2, let's go. Okay, so again, if you're starting here, triangle with the feet, send the hips back, find that stability. Nice. Yes, Amelia, that's it. Getting that technique. So I'm really thinking not knees. And it's a ballistic movement, so it is that popping of the hips. And if you're doing body weight only, it's great because it is that movement, that lovely deadlift movement. And then really squeezing the hips to bring you back up. Lovely. So you're inhale down, exhale squeeze. You've got only 10 seconds. Nearly there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Well done. Okay, so the final, I know I've already said final. The final thing we're going to do is an option for you. You're either going to do a jump squat. If you don't want to jump, we're going to do suitcase squat. And again, 2 rounds, 40 seconds. If you want to jump, you can jump with weights or without. If you're like, are you absolutely not, Christine? Don't do it. Do your suitcase squat instead. All right, so find what works for you. I never want you to jump in my classes if you don't want to jump. So do what works for you. Are we ready? Suitcase squat. So grab 2 kettlebells, 2 dumbbells, or body weight only. Let's go. So I'm going to do dumbbells. I might start jumping a bit, and I'm jumping a tiny bit. So my feet are barely leaving the floor. And once I get tired, I'll stop. So if you don't want to jump, just coming down and up, down and up. So it's enough without a jump. Just if you fancy a jump, I always want to give you options. That's it. And you can mix and match. So you never have to start with one and stick there. This is your workout. Nice job. 4, 3, 2, well done. Now for the final one, final little exercise, we're going to do isometric. So we're going to stay there and pulse. If it doesn't work for you, again, you can come down and up. You can also do pulse. You can do little jumps and stay low. So option for you. We're going in 3, 2, last time. Last little hard bit. So you're staying down and pulsing. If it doesn't work for your back, just notice you can put the weights down. You can bring the hands up. Make it work for you. Down. Now you can do wee jumps if you want to. That's it. And you still got that nice T shape. So your shoulders are open. 17 seconds left. Really good. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, amazing job. I was like, yeah, let's talk at the end of the timer. Well done, amazing. People, put your weights down. And we're just going to go side to side. Feel very proud of yourselves today. I am sweating. So however you're feeling, hopefully you're feeling a bit more energetic than you did at the beginning. That's it for 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're going to just do a little side body and just make this nice for you. No rushing. This is the cool down. So I want you to just make it really lovely and super simple and restful. That's it. Really nice. 3, 2, and then if you can, coming up and over. Now you can hold the hand behind the head, makes it a little bit nicer. You can hold against a wall. You can sit down on a chair, finding a little side body. And then the other side. Lovely job, everybody. Nice. And then we're going to hold on, just do a little hip stretch. You're going to just hold one leg and bring it out to the side if you can. If that doesn't work for you, you can always do like a tree pose, like a low tree, and just turn that leg out. Nice. Just getting a bit of a stretch there. If you're really mobile in the hips, this might not be any stretch for you. Really good. And then we'll do the other side. So just bringing that knee out to the side, noticing which side feels tighter or not so tight. Really, really good. For 3, 2, well done. And then coming back to center. If roll downs are for you and you feel able to, we're going to finish with a roll down. If you're feeling at all lightheaded, sit in a chair or make sure you stand against a wall for this. Otherwise, you're going to soften chin. Really take your time, make it your own. You can soften the knees, tuck your tailbone, and just notice if you can release any tension you're holding through the back of the neck and the shoulders. Maybe do a little circle with the nose in one direction, then the other. Slowly rolling it up. If you feel able to, bringing the hands to meet up and overhead, slight back bend. And you are done for the day. Well done, amazing people.